Good evening. I'd like to welcome everybody to the June 24th Hibbing Public Utilities Commission 2025. All commissioners are present. We'll move on to call the meeting to order. Any adds and deletes?
I have none, Chair.
Okay.
Mr. Chair,
Commissioner Stokes.
this time I'd like to congratulate you on your chairmanship and welcome to your first official meeting. And I'd like to thank Mr. Hart for his many years' dedication as a chairman. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Hart. Appreciate it. Thank you, Jeff. All right, we will move on to approval of the minutes. We will approve the minutes of May 27 meeting 2025 and June 17th commission meetings. Wishes of the commission?
Motion to approve the meetings,
Motion
the
by-
minutes of
motion.
the June 27th and June 17th meeting.
Thank you. Motion by Commissioner Sandstead. Support by Commissioner Hart. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We do not have a citizens forum signed up. Lou?
That's correct. We did receive some paperwork for one, but it doesn't appear they are in the audience.
Okay, we'll take that off of there. All right, moving on to consent agenda. Consent agenda item A, approve invoices greater than 10,000 and approve the bills and ACH transfers dated May 27th through June 20th, 2025. Item B, approve the payroll paid and overtime report for the May 29th and June 12th pay dates. Item C, approve 2025 quarter 3 travel requests. Item D, approve resolution 25-05 adopting the use of allowance for funds used during construction in utility accounting practices. Item E, approve resolution 25-06 development of conditional use permit and route permit applications with Planning Commission for Southern Interconnect Project. Wishes of the commission.
I have one question,
Commissioner Stokes.
and I see Mr. Plumbaum isn't here, but maybe you can answer this. Mr. Peterson, is page 25 of Peaker Services. Is that for those coils for the turbines, the servos for the turbines, do you know?
That's my assumption. I believe they're the ones that update, repower, and replace the servo instruments on turbine 3 in particular.
Okay, this is for the upgrade then?
Yes.
All right, thank you. That's all I have. Thank you. Make a motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Stokes.
Support.
Support by Commissioner Babich. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Consent agenda is passed. Moving on, 6, financials and risk management. Item A, approve the May 2025 interim financials. Mr. Peterson.
Thank you, Chair Bayless. Commissioners, member of the public, before you is the 5-month ended May 31st financial report for the public utility. The utility reports revenue of $16.2 million, which compares favorably versus the $14.9 million in the same period last year. Overall, as you're well aware, we had a really cold winter, and that cold winter, as you also are aware at home, increases electric bills, which shows up on the revenue statement of the utility. At the same time, we also have increases in expenses. Overall, we are at a total of $2.1 million net income for the period ended May 31st versus 1.1 last year. Overall, this is about on balance with where we were last year, with a slight uptick, not reflecting our increased grant revenues, which are reported in that total increase in that position. The financials are included in the packet here, and happy to answer any more questions. I'd also like to draw your attention to some of these key financial metrics, just to help put context on some of the financial results that we've seen for the utility. And of course, we are not a for-profit company. We are here as members of the community of Hibbing, running the utility on your behalf, ratepayers and customers at home. But financial stability is really important for ongoing reliability in the system. And some of us really appreciate graphs, and those of us who don't can maybe still get the point across here, is that we have done 4 performance metrics here that just kind of shows how HPU compares to other public power utilities, that is community-owned utilities across the country. And our lines, if you can see the difference between the dark blue line is the HPU actual, and the light blue line is the American Public Power Association, that is municipal power entities across the country. HPU, as of the end of May, has a debt ratio of 7.08%, which compares favorably to the averages of 27.5%. We also have a current ratio which shows our liquidity and our ability to pay our bills of 7.6 versus 3.1. And our return on assets, meaning our ability to recover sufficient excess revenue over expenses to ensure that we're able to invest and replace assets as prices increase, is at 2.8 versus a target of 5%. And so we still have some opportunities to improve on that. But our overall, where we are in the year, showing a profit margin of 23% versus the industry average of 9.3. Once we get into the next few months, you will see that profit margin deteriorate as our higher revenue months for January, February, and March are increasingly eclipsed by our lower revenue months of the summer, and we're currently at that. So something to keep in mind, and I know this is the first time we're seeing this as a commission in general, and also to the public, so let's just kind of keep monitoring these as we go throughout the year so we can better gauge our financial performance.
Thank you, Mr. Peterson. Can I get a motion to approve the May 25 interim financials?
Make a motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Babich,
Support.
support by Commissioner Sandsted. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 6B, approve Iron Range Engineering and Consulting Services LLC proposal of services not to exceed $200,000. Commissioner Peterson, or sorry, Mr. Peterson.
Thank you, Chair Bayless. I have to say that many more times before it just rolls off the tongue. But we're really happy to be presenting before you here, Commissioners, the request to approve Iron Range Engineering, our electrical engineering consultant who is working on our both the distribution substations that are being built currently on near Ansley Water Tower and First Avenue to continue the work of project management, engineering, the projects listed. All of this has been included in the budget for those projects that are listed there. So this is a budgeted item.
Okay. All right, we are looking for a motion to approve for consulting services not to exceed $200,000.
I'll make that motion.
I'll support.
Okay. Motion by Commissioner Hart, support by Commissioner Sandsted. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Moving on, item C, approve Nagel Companies LLC in the amount of $175,000 for 2,950 lineal feet of, was it 4-inch gas main? Mr. Peterson?
Yep, thank you, Chair Bayless. Before you is a request to supply a more robust gas main to the neighborhood around the Memorial Building. In working with the City of Hibbing, we've all heard about the issues of starved gas pressure for the Memorial Building, in particular during those cold months of the wintertime when everyone else in the system is using gas and the Memorial Building is using more. So this investment on the part of the utility will provide a new public main of 4 inches throughout the neighborhood, which will more than allow a tripling of the existing gas load at the Memorial Building. And the group expects to begin construction as soon as possible in July and complete it by the end of summer for that. And now, if you recall, the commission initially approved a 6-inch gas line for this area, but based on engineering evaluation at that time, the 4-inch was recommended just due to being cost prohibitive to continue to go to the 6-inch with what we have. And so we recommended a 4-inch instead. And so with that, we believe we'll be able to more than triple the current Memorial Building gas load while also not sacrificing any of the customers along the way. And as the engineer's letter recommends, there was a request for costs, and we are recommending Nagel Companies, who was the lowest cost proposer for this project.
Okay. Commissioner Babich?
On this, part 7, when they list the total project price, they have a little thing down there that says does not include rock boring. What does that mean, and what could that mean if they're gonna bore rock?
I think that it just shows that when, like, they based on some just assumptions of softer soils, and they have drilled in the area, so they do know what Hibbing is like. It does provide them an out if they do get into terribly rocky soils. We have, to mitigate against that, we have done soil borings along the way, so we have a good understanding of what the soil is, and that was already provided to the contractors on their, on the bid forms. So I am not concerned about this more than we would under standard utility practices. There is always a possibility of some unforeseen superstructure in the ground that they weren't, it was unforeseeable. But due to our soil samples that we took from the project, as well as just industry practices, I feel confident recommending this still, that there will not be a big change order as a result.
Commissioner Sandsted?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Whose initials are on item 6? 6C. This item on page, in our packet, it's 101.
So.
Or page, it says 87 of 101. It looks like it starts with a W. Whose initials are those?
Right here. It's on this page.
87.
Yeah, they're actually on multiple pages, but
Yeah, I do not, I cannot read the writing, but if you note the signature on page, I think it's 89 of 101, looks like a Wayne, if I were to guess what that signature
yeah, it
is.
starts with a W. It's pretty
Yes.
clear that it starts with a W, but I'm curious who's initializing these documents.
I'm guessing here, but this is an educated guess, that says Wayne Nagel, the owner of the company, and I would assume that his signature on each page is just indicative of the totality of his proposed
Okay.
project price.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Peterson, is there any discrepancy between what the city requested for this to be and what we're putting out?
The city had requested initially just a simple, 2-inch line that would make sure they have more pressure. But as we know, the commission did upsize this request to provide a tripling of the current load, knowing the unknown future of the memorial building, in the fact that I think there's big plans to expand it. We wanted to make sure, judging by the commission's motion to approve a 6-inch gas line, that there was plenty of gas supply in the area. And so when we have designed the project, we have gone to a utility scale with it, so it does allow future growth. We also did deviate from the current gas service line. We could have just kept the existing service line underneath the parking lot on the east side, but because we know that that is a possibility for future expansion, we wanted to keep that clear of the gas line. That was not requested by the city. We went above and beyond on that, and we took the gas main and put it into the street to kind of come back on the south side of the memorial building into what we are intending to be the utility corridor that will be used not just for gas, but for future electric and steam service on that building.
Thank you. Wishes of the commission?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I support.
Motion by Commissioner Hart, support by Commissioner Sandsted, to approve Nagel Companies in the amount of $175,000 for the 2,950 lineal feet of 4-inch gas main. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay. Let's see. Moving on to 7, policy and governance. Are we taking that one up? Okay.
Yes, and this is just more, there is no commission action. I think this is just a way of updating the commission that we have had a placeholder on the agenda for the internal posting of the electrical maintenance and instrumentation technician. That posting came down, and in accordance with our union contract, we interviewed and made available interviews for the internal postings that applied. The committee determined that neither candidate who applied met the full requirements of the job posting, and with that, at this juncture, the commission has the opportunity to post externally or to hold where we are. And because of that, and the 2 new hires we do have in this department, I am not recommending that we post externally at this time to allow for the new employees to all work together for purposes of training. And with the, if you recall, this is a merging of the electrical and the instrumentation department, a combined department here. I will be transferring the instrumentation folks that are currently employed in the instrumentation department to this combined department effective tomorrow for a 45-day period, and then we will reevaluate after that to see how that goes. So nobody is affected negatively as a result.
Commissioner?
Thank you. Mr. Peterson, this is in accordance with the contract?
Yes, it is. Commissioner
Perfect.
Samstad.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Luke?
What happens after the 45 days is up?
Yeah, excellent question. You know, at this point, we have the 45-day period allowed under the contract, and we will, our expectations are that we will reevaluate at the end of that 5-day period to see how it's going. But I'm very hopeful that it will result in a lot of cross-training and commitment to the future of the combined department.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve.
We don't need an action, correct?
That's correct.
Yes,
We're-
no action needed. Yeah,
Thank you.
appreciate that, though. Okay, we will move on. Any other new business? No hands raised. So we are going to move to closed session. Andy?
Yes, pursuant to Minnesota Statute 13D.05 Subdivision 3, Parents A, this is an opportunity for a closed session for the general manager. The general manager does have the opportunity, like any employee does, being evaluated, to have it in open session. Otherwise, we go into closed session. You need a motion, a second to go into closed session.
Make a motion to go into closed session.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Babich, second by Commissioner Stokes.
Not necessarily,
I
Farrell.
think we're gonna leave the end open. We are coming back, yeah. Just as a precautionary, I apologize, Ron. Okay, so we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Go closed
We're
session.
going down the hall.
Thank you. We are back from closed session. We are taking no action at this time on anything. Do you have anything to add?
Is it a motion to adjourn?
Okay.
So moved.
Support.
Motion by Commissioner Stokes, supported by Commissioner Sandsted. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting's closed.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.